Howdy everyone, and welcome back to the Lunar Geeks Out channel. Today we've got another Dreamcatcher reaction. We're doing Good Night. I'm basically just going down in the order I have them in. This is the next one, so there's no sort of grand reason I chose this one. It was just the next in the list. Before we get into the video, a few quick things. First, about upcoming reactions. Next week, I'll be doing a Baby Metal reaction again, knock out another one of the covers they did, and then after that, I'm gonna go and just start going basically down through the list of all the ones I haven't done yet, and then I'll intersperse and I've got a lot of Love Bites reactions to do and a lot more Dreamcatcher reactions to do, so both of those will be sort of sprinkled in throughout, but I do have a plan in place is what I'm saying. The second thing is in the description. I always have just the link tree, and I point out a few things there. The link tree is still going to be linked, but I am going to specifically link to things I always mention, so the Discord server, Instagram account, and the Spotify playlist, which I will go in more depth into in the end of the video. And the final thing, there will be one other thing linked in the bottom. My gaming channel just put out its, I just put out my first actual video on there. It's a SMP server that a friend of mine runs, that I'm very happy with the first video and very excited about the series going forth. So if Minecraft content interests y'all, then that's linked down in the description as well, so be sure to check it out. But without further ado, let's hop into the reaction. Spooky start so far. Which really captures sort of the darker feel that Dreamcatcher has. That's a good riff right there. It's even more metal than the last one. Great chorus in this one as well. 꿈을 지휘하겠지. 손 하나 까딱 없이도 충분히 넌 땀에 흠뻑 젖었겠지 못할 텐데. Reminds me of something, but it's not, that one's not concrete enough to. God, it's just there's something in there that I've heard before, or likes to hear before. Maybe more accurate. Oh, this guy. Sorry about getting a guitar solo there, and I got excited. Animation is, what in... Or my computer decided to mess up, so let's just move back a second, and, alright then. Section. That was good. Oh, and it went up there? Oh. Yeah, that riff is straight out of something. No idea. Oh, it's creepy again. Yeah, that was a good one. That one, I'll go a bit more into this when I go into music, but that was very metal. Like, that was, I would not have been surprised at all if there had been some slight screams in there. Like, unclean vocals. Actually, there was one spot that I think had something like that. It was, like, more of, like, a vocal distortion kind of thing, but it was something very similar, but, anyway, y'all know the drill, looking up the lyrics, see if I have anything to talk about with them, and then I'll talk about the music itself. Alright, I hate to say it, but I got nothing on the lyrics. I read them and I was like, oh, I think if I dig around and keep looking and finding maybe someone who said something on it, it'll trigger something, and I'll have some stuff to say, and I dug around for a while. Normally Genius will have, like, the annotations and everything, or you'll add some commentary. Nothing there, couldn't find anything, and, like, I couldn't really find any discussion online about them or anything. There's definitely some stuff going on there. There's, like, a lot of it really reflects sort of the horror aesthetic of the video, or, if not full-on horror, just sort of the creepy aesthetic, I suppose, but I couldn't grab a meaning, and I don't know why that's been happening so much with their stuff, because their stuff really has some good lyrics, and there's some good stuff in there, but I didn't get anything, and, yeah, that is, this time very frustrating, because I really, really wanted to be able to talk about the lyrics, but I can't talk about the music, at least, and, this is probably one of the strongest ones I've reacted to from them musically. This is like, I think, like, the second single they had, which is very crazy just how good they were right off the bat. I mean, they were, what was the group name before they became Dreamcatcher? Minx, I think. Obviously, they had done some stuff with that. But, I mean, Dreamcatcher as a whole, performing very well right off the bat. And to compare that to, my favorite K-pop group, Mamamoo, their early stuff is great. I mean, Melting, their, like, first full-length album, and, hold on one second. I'm gonna just see how soon after sort of their first single that was. Or that was actually a little while after, their, sort of first thing, on here it has a first extended play, which I think is their first release as well. Hello, June 18th, 2014, and then Melting was released February 26th, 2016. Melting, as I was saying earlier, just a moment ago, I guess, one of my favorite releases from them. It's such a cool vibe to that. But compared to the stuff they're putting out now, like their most recent, like, well, actually I haven't heard their most recent thing, which is the compilation album, but the most recent thing they've released that I've heard, Where Are We? It's on this entirely new level, but, like, the difference between that is insane. Both things are good, but, to compare this to, their new stuff, I mean, the fact that they were this good right off the bat, and then they're as good as they are now, which is a lot, I'm saying it's a lot better, which it is going to inevitably make it sound like this isn't as good. It is, it's just that their new stuff is insane. It's incredible, the fact that they were this good right off the bat, and then they kept getting better. I gotta talk about how metal this was. This was awesome. Their previous track, the previous reaction I did, Endless Night, had some stuff that made me much more think of some actual metal releases. I mentioned that it was very similar to one riff to one of Ozzy's tracks, and I put the example in the video. I think I mentioned that it made me, for a split second, think some Killswitch Engage as well. There's the chorus, the guitar in there made me think of something. I still don't know what it made me think of, but it made me think of something. This one, it didn't have, it didn't make me go and be like, ooh, that really reminds me of insert artist here, I guess. I mean, I've been listening to a lot of Judas Priest the past couple days, because I got, British Steel on vinyl, so, we'll take them as an example. It's not like the main riff or whatever made me go, ooh, that sounds like something Judas Priest would do. It didn't make me think of anything like that, but it was just like, oh, there's something in there that's the kind of thing I've heard in metal before. It was much more that kind of thing. This actually really felt like full-on metal instead of someone trying to emulate metal in a different genre, if that makes any sense, which is what some of their other stuff has done. Like Scream, for an example, it feels like a K-pop track that has taken some metal elements into it. This felt like a full-on metal track that was just had some more poppy vocals. So that diversity within their discography as well is really, really nice. Anyway, yeah, very, very metal. I don't actually have as much to point out with the, like, specific stuff the instruments did this time. Last time I was able to really talk about a lot of the stuff they got up to. This time, I was more grabbed by the general vibe of things, if that makes any sense. Now, the vocals, though, were phenomenal. Actually, I really liked this one a lot more than the last one. Endless Night, great track. I loved the chorus in it. It had some cool stuff going on, but I think this one, it just felt like a much more solid, unified thing. It felt like there's a lot more good stuff going on in it. And again, saying that, it makes it sound like Endless Night was bad. It's not like Endless Night is way down here and this one's way up here. It's like Endless Night is here and this one's here. You know, this one's better, but it's not that much of a difference. It's not that much better than Endless Night, and Endless Night isn't that much worse than this one. But, using my train of thought, vocals in this one, that's what I was talking about. Again, there wasn't anything with them that really, like, there was a specific thing that was like, ooh, actually, no, there was. Like, there's like a, oh kind of thing, which did not sound at all like what I did, but I hope y'all will know the moment I was thinking of that. It made me think of another track they've done. Don't ask me which one, I don't know, but it made me think of something else they've released. Watch me be thinking of some completely different group. But no, it made me think, it's definitely something Dreamcatcher released, and it just, again, sort of in my mind, just like, oh, that made me think of something, and it was nothing concrete enough to say, oh, it's like, I can't think of a single other song they've done. It wasn't like, oh, that really makes me think of, New Days or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's a track they've done, but it was like, yeah, that sounds like something they've put out before, but that was nice. The chorus, best part of the song for me, it tends to be they have very, very strong choruses. They're going to get stuck in your head. The other stuff is great, but it's not going to be the part you think of as much, which, to be fair, is the case with a lot of music. The chorus is often that hook that'll get you into it and everything. But really strong chorus in this one, was pretty much, I'm saying singing it, it was just me sort of making noises with my mouth, since I don't speak Korean and didn't know the lyrics to this one. I still don't know the lyrics to this one. I've read them, I don't know them. But, yeah, that tune is running through my head the entire time. I was, making noises along to it and everything, and, really, really catchy chorus in this one. There's that slow section in there, it's just there for a second, but, that's a really good trick that, music used. I was watching, I think this was in a video talking about how bad the Cats movie was, actually. They're talking about how in fast music like this, they'll have that one slow section to make the end feel so much faster, even though it might not be, and I think that's really cool. And they did a fantastic job here, and then I guess the key change right at the end where things went up a bit, that was really nice as well. I always love when tracks do that. It adds that, right at the end, it adds that last little bit of, interest to it, and just, it brings you back in right at the end. I don't remember them doing what I've been seeing happen a lot in K-pop, especially with more recent releases, where the end will have some sort of completely different movement going on. I think one of the best examples is Dun Dun by Everglow. They've got that really cool, like, saxophone kind of thing at the end and everything. It might have happened in here, I don't remember there being anything like that, where it's like there's that different thing that happened at the end that just, fit with the rest of the song, but just added something new into it, which actually I like, because oftentimes those things right at the end they'll happen and then they're gone too fast to really be appreciated, and I don't know, I'm just going somewhere with that and it's gone. But that little key change right at the end was fantastic, and is a great example of something very simple that can be done that will just make the end of the song just be that tiniest little bit better, and really grab you and bring you back in. I should mention the video as well. I know there's a full story going on there. I'm not going to speak on that because that would take... I need to have, like, multiple watches to get it and everything. Instead, I want to talk about a lot of, like, the aesthetic and everything, which is really good. This is probably... Actually, this might be the best set design I've seen in a K-pop video yet. It was just... Everything felt very real with it, which, is oftentimes not the case in K-pop videos. And actually, that's been the case in, a lot of their stuff. The video for, Because as well, that one, a lot of the sets, they felt like very real places, which oftentimes doesn't happen in, videos. Like, say another recent K-pop reaction I did, on Moo's Much, especially the outdoor, like, pool area, and that did not feel real. It felt like a set. Everything here, obviously I knew it was a set, like, that one, I was about like the wooden hands or whatever holding onto whichever member it was. Obviously, I know that's a set. The, you know, the room that guy was in, obviously I know it's a set, but everything felt like a real location. It didn't feel like it was just a bunch of props set up and everything. It felt like, it had character to it, and it had story to it that you're not going to get with just some set that was set up pretty quick with a bunch of different props. And it was a very subtle thing, but it really impacted the video so much more. And then, just the general creepy aesthetic of it all. Nothing specific to point out. Maybe I could talk about, like, the stuff with the mirrors. Generally, if there's something going on with mirrors, it's gonna be pretty creepy. But everything there was done very well as well. It was never to the point where it's like, oh, that's scary, I don't want to watch that. It was just the right amount of unsettling and spooky and everything to be like, oh, and that kind of thing, you know? There was some really good stuff going on with all of that really made the video so much better as well, instead of just, like, sort of stereotypically creepy sets that they were dancing in or whatever. There was a lot of care put into this. I could tell. And then the final thing I want to talk about is there's that, I think it's like maybe 2/3 of the way through, where all, like, the paper was blowing out and everything. I'm not going to pretend to know how they did that. I imagine it's probably something where they had, like, a bunch of scraps of paper set up with, like, some air cannons or something, but honestly, I don't know. It could have been fully CGI. They could have had some kind of other effect I would not even have ever thought of going on with it. Whatever it was, I thought that was just really, really cool. I think there's some slow motion going on with that and everything that just, really impacted it as well. That was a really, really cool shot. Probably one of the most memorable shots I've seen in a K-pop video. But I don't really have much more to say on the track or the video or anything like that, so that's going to do it. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below with your own thoughts on the track, any feedback or criticism, or anything you want me to react to. In the description, as I mentioned earlier, there will be the new YouTube video I put out. There will be the music video that I just reacted to, so you can go watch it, support the artist. There will be a link to my Discord server. You can join the Trench Club and be a part of the community there. You can head on over and follow me on Instagram, and then there's a link to the Spotify playlist of all the tracks that are up on Spotify that I've reacted to. There will also be a link to my Linktree, which just has everything else in case you want to check out any of that other stuff. Like I said, that is going to do it, so once again, thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing ya.